What's the best way to expand your English vocabulary for work? Well, one of the best ways is to learn synonyms. In this lesson, I'll share 10 business English words and their synonyms so you can vary and expand your vocabulary. Hi there, I'm Derek and I'm here with another short lesson for you busy people. So, what are synonyms? Synonyms are words that have similar meanings. They allow us to vary our vocabulary so we can avoid always using the same words and sounding repetitive. And they also allow us to capture more specific meanings so we can be more clear and precise. For example, happy and delighted are synonyms in everyday English. However, happy is more general. She felt happy after receiving positive feedback at work. And delighted shows a sense of excitement in response to something. He was delighted to find out he got the job. While these synonyms can replace each other and carry similar meanings, they have slight differences. To help you learn the synonyms from this lesson, I'm including a free PDF download with all of the lesson notes. You'll find the link in the description below. At the end of this lesson, I'm going to share another really useful vocabulary learning tip, one that not many people know. So make sure you stick around for that. Now, let's get started with our first synonym. We'll start off with work together. What are some other ways to say this? Let's work together with our clients to meet their specific needs. So, there we have an example with work together. Similar to work together, we can say collaborate or cooperate. For example, we need to collaborate with our marketing team on the advertising campaign. Say it with me. We need to collaborate with our marketing team on the advertising campaign. And cooperate? Our success depends on our ability to cooperate with suppliers for a timely delivery. Our success depends on our ability to cooperate with suppliers for a timely delivery. All three of these synonyms are interchangeable. Interchangeable means they can be substituted with one another without changing their meaning. However, collaborate puts slightly more emphasis on working together towards a successful outcome, while cooperate suggests a more general sense of working together. Next up, we'll take a look at some other ways to say reach. She worked hard to reach her dream of starting her own business. So there we have reach. We can also use these two synonyms, achieve and attain. Our team aims to achieve our sales target by the end of the quarter. Our team aims to achieve our sales target by the end of the quarter. The company's goal is to attain higher customer satisfaction. The company's goal is to attain higher customer satisfaction. These three are all commonly used in business. Feel free to use whichever one you like when you're talking about reaching goals. Now let's take a look at problem. Instead of always using the word problem, try some of these instead. Issue, obstacle, or difficulty. The issue with our supply chain is causing delays in production. The issue with our supply chain is causing delays in production. One obstacle to completing the project on time is the lack of skilled workers. One obstacle to completing the project on time is the lack of skilled workers. We want to expand, but are facing difficulties in finding affordable office space. We want to expand, but are facing difficulties in finding affordable office space. As you can see, we have three great options to use instead of problem. Note that the word obstacle is used when something is standing in the way of achievement. This is very similar to the other words, but it's a little bit more specific. Number 4 is efficient. What are some other ways to say this? So first of all, efficient means to do something well without wasting time or energy. The new software helps us work more efficiently by automating repetitive tasks. We can also use the words productive or streamlined to express a similar meaning. For example, the marketing team has been very productive in generating new ideas. The marketing team has been very productive in generating new ideas. Our streamlined approach to customer service has improved response times. Our streamlined approach to customer service has improved response times. These synonyms are very close in meaning, but productive focuses more on output. Streamlined and effective are more focused on an improved process. Having said that, they are often used interchangeably. Next up, we have big, a word which is often overused. Do you know any synonyms for big? There was a big increase in turnover at the beginning of the year. So there we have an example with big. It can be great when we can find alternative ways to replace this common word and to be more specific, especially in our business communication. We can use words like substantial or considerable. There's a substantial demand for eco-friendly products in the market. There's a substantial demand for eco-friendly products in the market. Making considerable investments requires careful planning and analysis. Making considerable investments requires careful planning and analysis. In these two examples, we could also use the word big, but the words considerable and substantial emphasize the impact or large degree of something even more than big does. Number 6 is plan. Let's take a look at a useful synonym for this word. Before launching the new product, we developed a detailed sales plan. So there we have an example with plan. The word strategy can be used to give a similar meaning. The company's strategy is focused on product diversification. The company's strategy is focused on product diversification. These synonyms are close, though a plan is like a blueprint and a strategy is a broader approach towards success. Next up is leadership. Do you know any synonyms for this word? Leadership is the ability to inspire others towards a common goal. For example, her leadership has been a key part of the company's success. The words guidance and direction are nice options to express a similar idea. The manager provided valuable guidance to the team members on the project. The manager provided valuable guidance to the team members on the project. The CEO's clear direction helped the team stay focused on the company's goals during the transition. The CEO's clear direction helped the team stay focused on the company's goals during the transition. These synonyms are often substituted for one another, but to be more specific, leadership expresses leading a team or group in general, while guidance is giving helpful advice and direction is showing the way forward. Number 8 is create. Let's take a look at 2 useful synonyms for this word. Our engineers are constantly creating new prototypes to test designs. So there we have create. We can also use the words innovate and invent. The company plans to innovate its products to stay ahead of the market. The company plans to innovate its products to stay ahead of the market. The entrepreneur invented a new device that solves a common problem faced by consumers. The entrepreneur invented a new device that solves a common problem faced by consumers. Next up, we have to look at something in more detail. So, what are some other ways we can say this? We need to look at the report in detail. So there we have to look at something in detail. Some good options to replace this are analyze and examine. The accountant will analyze the financial statements and get back to you. The accountant will analyze the financial statements and get back to you. We need to examine market trends to better understand demand for our product. We need to examine market trends to better understand demand for our product. Up next we have chance, and one of the synonyms for this word is a long one. It begins with an O and ends with a Y. Do you know it? I think we have a real chance to succeed in this market. So this word chance is commonly used, and if we want to express it in other words, we can use the words opportunity or prospect. So opportunity is that word I was looking for. For example, we have an opportunity to secure a new partnership. We have an opportunity to secure a new partnership. Expanding into international markets is an exciting prospect for our company. Expanding into international markets is an exciting prospect for our company. All 3 of these synonyms are very similar, but chance has a more general sound to it. Number 11 is way of doing something or way of working. And I have a really nice synonym for you here, a really, really great business word. The way he handled the issue was very impressive. So there we have the way he did something, the way of doing something. We can use the synonym approach to give a similar meaning. His approach to the issue was very impressive. His approach to the issue was very impressive. Approach is a really great word, and it has many, many different uses in business. In fact, I have a whole lesson just on this word approach. You should go and check it out when you finish watching this one. You'll see the link somewhere here. With any of the synonyms from this lesson, you always want to be careful how you use them. It should be appropriate. Don't only use them to impress your colleagues or to sound more professional. This doesn't always work out that well. For example, if one of your colleagues has a much lower level of English than you, you'll just confuse them. So just be careful about that. A great way to practice with any new vocabulary is to try and write down your own example sentences. And if you'd like to do that, you can leave those examples in the comments and I'll take a look. At the start of this lesson, I told you about another vocabulary learning tip that I was going to share with you. One that I don't think a lot of people know about. So what is it? My tip is to learn frequent collocations. So what are collocations? Collocations are combinations of words that we see and hear very often. They appear together naturally. And when we can use collocations when we speak, it helps us to sound more natural and fluent. Some really typical examples of business English collocations are highly profitable. So they just go together, those two words, highly profitable. Or marketing campaign, make a decision, and so on. I have a really great lesson on collocations and I suggest you watch that one next. You can see it here. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and that it helps you to expand your vocabulary so you can communicate more clearly. You have more options when it comes to vocabulary. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.